Assalamu alaikum. I'm supposed to be doing part two of something having to do with why can't we all live together, living spaces for Muslims. And I had in mind of giving you the history of the churches where I grew up and the dates, and also in Ireland, where I had many opportunities to make cogent observances of things which prove my points. I went back to the ancestral land of Northern Ireland, and I found exactly what I was looking for. However, due to the contingencies of the upcoming war, I have decided to wait till after Ramadan when I open my historical channel and continue this part two, which I'm sure you were waiting for, regarding living spaces for Muslims. And the reason I have to wait is because I definitely want to make the historical channel be, I don't want to say secular, I could never do that, but I just want it to be more, quote, factual, unquote, things that can be traceable for the listener on YouTube, Google, whatever, because I would wish to gain an audience of not only Muslims, people with a background in history. Sociology would be good too, put that in there. And peripherally, religion. Why do I use this word peripherally? Because I'm keeping this channel, my religious channel, is how I tag myself, but I just use my name, Diane Stetson. But guess what? I'm announcing to you here and now that is the name of my first husband, which I never changed. I had a son, I still have a son, and I said, well, my son can be president someday. I was not Muslim then. And I wanted to keep his name. And then my second husband, without going into details, I just tagged on his name. I put Stetson hyphen and then his name, because that was what was done back in the day of, could you say it was more of a feminist idea? I don't know. I was at that time not really even realizing anything about Islam formally. It was always in my heart. But when I married my second husband, he was what you would consider an atheist, agnostic, not a believer, but his mom wanted us to get married in the Congregational church because that was her chosen church. So we did, and we got married out in my backyard, and it was a pretty good turnout. I would say there was at least maybe 50, 60 people there for a second wedding. And I used to wonder, what does congregational mean? It means a group of people. Well, that's what Jummah means in Islam, and that's why we call Friday the Jummah prayer. It's when everybody meets together. And now I'm thinking meeting house, in Scituate, the meeting house. So there was the meeting house, Protestant, the Congregational church. All of these signify something Islamic. Only they just deemed it would be best to keep it a Judeo-Christian, if you know what I mean. Although the Jews had their faraway synagogue in the other end of town, and they were a very small minority in the town of Scituate. Now I'm digressing because I want you to not be upset with me. I do know what I'm doing. I have a plan. I have a format. But the longer I have to listen every single day about Israel and the Holocaust, genocide, bloodbath, I have to reacclimate myself as to what would be the most important, which is why I'm not calling this part two of Muslim living spaces, because that's going to be done in a wide array of proofs, experiences. It's going to be historical, but it's going to be something that you're going to have to wait for. I'm sorry, it's going to be after Ramadan. Now, from now until the end, we're in the last 10 days, whether you think it's day 5 or 6, or, there's differences of opinion on when the Eid. This happens every year. Don't worry about it. Allah is accepting our last 10 days as long as we're awake, especially in the last third of the night. I mean, not everyone can stay awake all night praying, but the last third is the most important time. So I'm just giving a reminder for Muslims that are listening to me. I have to speak about the current affairs. So I'm going to stop here. This is not part 2 of Muslims Living Spaces, but it's more of an apology, I suppose you could say, because I've been mixed up the past couple of days with my scheduling and the dates and life around and about where I am. So I'll see you. I'm going to continue with the next video right now. And I usually change colors so you can distinguish, oh, is this the same thing? No, this is going to be a totally different thing. And I'm going to return back to my favorite format, which is Quran. And I'm going to give you some very pertinent titles. So, and you're happy now, it's only 6 minutes. So let's go and let's begin the world we're living in now, which is it's what Allah wants it to be. It is what Allah has decreed it to be. It never will be anything else. But it's high time that I think I return back to my format of reading Quran and explaining it to you in real time. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.